Energy lines, activation lines, center rotation positions. Awakening the dream central connections. Operations to circle rotation is coming into high formation line center. I woke up this morning and I noticed that there's almost 6,000 views in one position of one dream awakening into one video of my connection. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Talk about waking up humanity. All levels and signals and rotation line center positions. Intracts line center. And my YouTube, the graph line center, that's me through calculations. Okay, it's amazing how I can travel to all levels. Wire connections to activation core line centers. People are asking questions now, but do you understand the position, what's going on with your thoughts? I was connecting to cycles of rotation line center connections, and I was having just, breakfast. I like to have my coffee in the morning, and I realized that I noticed on the other side of my eye line center, I thought there was sunshine. She was on top of the table. I said, what is she doing on top of the table? She wasn't there. And then I realized 5 minutes later, she jumped on top of the table, which means that I changed her thoughts, which is amazing because it goes into cookie line center rotations. Now, it's amazing how you track the system through anything through cats or dogs. So you have to be cautious on what you can do with your thoughts. It's very important to understand these things once you get your foundations of where you are through travel of time. So I realized it was her higher self at the beginning, and she vortexed and jumped on the table after I said she was on the table. I was blown away, and I said, whoa, this is extremely powerful. And I said to myself, because you notice that your voice changes every single time. It's the command center that you have when it comes into your thoughts. Your thoughts become conductors of space, magnetic force to communication. It's the ground line center to you, to your activation center line connections. Now, my team is in high level rotations of 60 atmosphere line positions. But again, I thought it was fantastic waking up of what I saw on my TikTok. That is incredible. In one night, close to 6,000 views in one night on one video, all about what's happening. And it's interesting how it came into positions about the universe awakening, how one guy said one position to one location, how one guy to all levels of being suspicious can wake up humanity line connections. One guy, who would that guy be? I told you, weeding up the system down to me through calculations. It's incredible force how it comes into high rotations. There's no coincidence here at all in any way and form. And everybody's sharing it on high wave and form position locations. Your dream awakening is now alive on a TV reception location. High channels and interference position is open to all track systems to your connections. It's amazing how you see these things because people are going to be asking questions and questions, but you still have to be activated. Just imagine you have a TV reception, but it's not on. What happens if the TV is not on over time? It gets cold. If it gets cold, then what? It freezes the wires. Then what? You have to warm up the system. Bring the activation back in the center core line center. Okay, so the ego death line center rotation to the heart position line connection is leaving the deception line center rotations and coming into new generation light of track system. Okay, so all the falsifications and interference line channels of all positions of your heart is now leaving and coming into a full cycle of a new activation of a new core line center to humanity species line system rotation. It's very powerful when you come to these positions. But I was very impressed how I went from, I couldn't believe it. It's almost at 6,000 views in one night. And it's amazing how the track line centers can go anything through viral, right? It's amazing how it comes into humanity line center rotations and it comes into, whoa, I'm starting to realize what's going on. And then you start connecting and you realize, I think I need to be activated. And then you realize, wow, this is powerful stuff. So I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. Also, too, I sent you live notifications. Hopefully you guys are getting that. Please make sure that all you do is just go here, right here. This is subscribe. Boom, takes you right to my YouTube channel. All right. So it's incredible how we see that force recognition of timeline center. In position, we are going to Vega. Vega communication line center rotations. So I got the all level system rotation to its connections. High forcing line center to its activation core system. teleport line center rotations to communications of the Galactic Forces, Galactic Force team, all communications of high levels of the GFLs, and everything through Rebellion Alliance. It's in calculation modification line centers in position 7777. In rotation cycles, allocate line center, box line, and rotation. In communications, come to all level rotation line connection. All right, so Vegas in communications, high line center rotations. Let me just draw it out through line conditions, interference line condition, rotations to its position line interference channel, activate everything through core line center, position line conditions, open all levels of correlation line center. In communications to its line center rotations, coming into track line center rotation connections. All right, now it's all about understanding when you see Vega, okay, it's going to be very powerful with the high line center rotations. In the communication line center rotation line condition. At high positions and high level rotations. Okay, so we got an energy door through an high line center. UFO is coming out to high line position locations. High channeling interference to high level rotations. In communication to its line center rotations. So there's going to be 4 guards on communication in the UFO line center rotations. This is Vega in communications. 4 central lines at XT1000 rotation line conditions. All right, so when position, we're going to open up the portal location. All right, activate line center rotations and communications. Highlight centers coming into high rotation. There we go. You're coming in. Central line is up through position. All right, you guys came through the portal line center. Okay, XT1000 is going to pick you up. Center line system rotation. Here we go. All right. So it's from here to here. It's picking you up. Taking you in center core of Vega communication. All right. It's picking you up. It's going to travel you through the center line rotation line system. Manufacturing to line communications. All right. High position to its rotation line center, which is very powerful. Here we go. Into the center rotation of Vega communications. All right, box line center into position equals, okay, high / acceleration. Okay, percentage, question mark. We use a question mark because it's 8 central line center rotations. Question mark is not a question mark in space. It's a communication high central line system rotations. High positions equals GFL / Vega communications to high levels of velocity line center. Structure, plasma, formula, high position line center rotation. All right, 20 minutes. Have fun. I had to do that extremely fast, guys, locations, because you're talking about Vega now. High position digital line center locations, but it's in position line condition. All right, so we're coming into high force line center. XT1000 has picked you up already. My team will go through the central line system. So it's all position of you through your ear track location line centers. You can ring in ears. So it's all about understanding the glands, how it goes forward. It's like opening up, opening space. Right? XT1000 comes in. So you have to truly understand the voice grid pattern line centers to the audio signal locations, the track system, and communication audio interference channel. So it's amazing how you come to high level rotation. You come into light track system, boom, 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 boom. Right? Changes your 369 platforms and communication line center rotations. In communication line center, this is the structure, this is the formula to get to Vega. All right. 4 central line centers, so communications, right? Dropping you off in their center rotations of Vega communications. High line centers to communications. Now you're going to go through manufacturing, you're going to go through window doors, you're going to see everything through all levels of communication. All right, it's very powerful how we see these things to Vega. You guys have to get into your audio tracks more into digital framing so we can get in code signaling. Truly understand how to use your alphabetical line centers to finger point locations. So they're going to help you with your fingers and your high line center, how you can set up shape line system rotations. It's all about understanding how to communicate to all level rotations. Now, for the new viewers, welcome to my channel. generally I here. Any questions or comments? Feel free to understand what's going on through track system, because you are through a dream of awakening. The channels are on signal. It's just you're not activated at the ground line center. So it's like touching the TV, but it's very, very cold. And just think how many centuries it's been cold. And once you warm it up, it just it opens up track system, right? Opens up that energy ball, the black interference ball line center rotation. That's a TV reception. That's a circle rotation of the align connections, right? So that black circle is position of you through an atom. So when you turn on the channel, light comes in, tracks the system, you come out in and out of your dream awakening. So it's amazing how it comes into that position locations. All right. All right. So you guys, the new viewers, will feel the energies, you'll feel the lights, but you won't see. I got to be honest with you guys. It's true to understand that my team's in 60 communication trackers, and they have to get a high formation of digital line framing so they can get a time capacitors of vortex line communication so they can communicate more with themselves through the ear track locations of Vega. They got to go to their structural line centers to that position line connections. All right. Let's go into your question lines comments. All right, let's see here. Cleopatra, Tina, how's it going? Mary? Okay, Amber, how's it going? Also, too, you guys are sharing the high levels of universe awakening. That's great. Spread the news. More things are coming in. Things are changing overnight. Yep. Samantha, I see a bunch of people like your video. That's awesome. Everybody, good morning, everybody. It's amazing what you do with your thoughts now. So you guys have to be very cautious on what you do through creation. As soon as you open your voice grid line center, anything that's around you through track system, you can change high line centers, energy field line centers to your children, to your cats, or your dogs. So be cautious on what you do with your thoughts, because that's exactly what they'll do to the mind system of collaboration. Right? So it's all about positions of high people line centers coming out of their own dream awakening line center rotation, and they understand, whoa, this is intense. I'm awake, but not activated. So this is where it comes into high force line center. And that's what I'm saying. Every 5 minutes in the clock line center, okay, within the hour, everybody's going to wake up to high line centers of energy. All right. So it's amazing how it comes to track system. Almost 6,000 views in one video. Now that's going to quadruple line center rotations overnight. So let's see here. I'm working today, watching and listening. So much possibility. Yep. Mary, Shauna, how's it going? Great to see you. First in class. Shauna, this is everybody. Everybody, this is Shauna. She got activated in position line conditions, so she's just here to learn. First day of school. It's always good. Or it's like, oh boy, I got books and books and books. But it's all inside you. It's information. Ears are ringing already. That's great. Thank you. All right, so you guys are going to high force line centers. If we're traveling through direction of time, we have to go through high line rotation to the planet system of Vega. So lots of blue. All right, so, oh yes, feel it in the ears. Sure, that's it. While feeling. Amber had a dream about you last night. Weird. Yeah, everybody's coming into communication line centers to conditions. All right, morning, Mary. Cool, tell me about it. Green swap, maybe after class. You guys are communicating. Great. Communication. Let's see here. Welcome. Let's welcome Shauna to our channel. Extreme high vibration this morning. Clarity, gratitude, tears, clearing, shadow work through sleep. Wow, Shauna. All right. So all your communication line centers right now into communication. All right. It's amazing how we come into Vega. All right. Vortex of communication line centers. All right. So coming to communication line centers, coming out track system location. You notice how I keep pausing, but I don't do it on my phone. That's why I have to do extremely fast line center rotations. Okay, it's like, it's unbelievable how you go high force line center. My voice box right now is an Echo Line or Zuler. It's communication still. A, you. You know how it repeats. So it's all about signal line center rotation position to humanity line conditions coming to heart reactor line center. The ego line center is going to leave the high position line conditions and come to high formations out of the dream lines into its visionary graph, which is very powerful through perception line system. So basically, this is all levels of you in the center line center rotations. When you're seeing Vega, Vega is going to come to you through computer lights, activation core line centers, coming to graph line centers. You guys are connected to all levels of the seat rotation line system rotation. Calculation modification line centers coming to track system locations. All right, so here you are. You guys are all sitting around the high line center of all computer, the command center of all rotation of operation. This is you through track system. Now all the new viewers will feel the energies, feel the vibrations through that track system. All right, that's you guys in the center line center. It's the same thing with Dolores Cannon, except it's on a different planet line center rotations. These are the positions you have to understand when you come to high levels of your higher self, your avatars, or anything computer line center rotation. It's all about understanding the seating assignments, how everybody has their own name through identifications. You guys are in certain seat locations, right? Because you're given information to the line system. It's like going to a party and you have your name at a certain table and you sit there, right? That's for a specific reason. That's a true understanding how I set these things up through identification. As soon as you sit down, that's you, right? So you have your computers, you have your itineraries, and everything intelligence is going to come up to you through connections at Vega. All right. All right. All right. Yes. Green and blue. I see lights coming towards me. They form a face. Cool. Yeah. Mirrors of, yeah. Device senses of knowing. I see myself sitting above. Weird. Yeah. Co-worker friend told me after work together, talking together, hanging out, whole life changed for the better. Magic. He was very seriously grateful. At the time, I didn't realize my power. So Tina's getting information of somebody that she knows in high position line center. It's all about remembering who you are and how much power you have once you remember more, right? So I see a field of light working around us so fast, and that's what it is, Diane. You're seeing the field of rotation line center. This is the field of rotation line center right here. The seating arrangements for you guys, right? Each planet has the command center rotations. You're in the operation circle of all location. Okay. So, how's everybody doing so far? I had a really good sleep. Sleeping is really good, especially when you drink your water. Make sure you drink your waters. Because water flushes out your system. Try to get into high level rotation, what you're doing with your thoughts. And basically, when you come into your solar chakras and you want to change your solar generation light centers, out with the bad, in with the good, out with the bad, in with the good, you get a better formation line center to medications to water track system line center. So it's amazing how you come to that line center rotation. Is file in your mind center as well. Yep, everything is in positions, Samantha. You got 7 bodies of water track system locations. You have your air, your fire, your water, and your communications, your air, and all level systems of Earth. Track system line center locations. So you can have 2 airs, and 1 fire, and 1 earth, and 1 water. It all positions on you through finger point line center. So the intelligence of Vega is going to help you how to use your fingers. 3, 6, and 9, circle rotations, line graph up, line graph down, cross signals, X line center rotations, boundary interference, planetary communications to the moon, to the sun, rotations of the weather. Communication is everything. All right, let's see here. I feel fire, Samantha, so I'm going to say yes. That's For me, force rising, we're in the hub of a wheel. Very good, Joe. Excellent. Spokes reaching out. T-thers, yep, to UFO, yep. I see journal upwards of me, seeing a huge download of light and power from above. Very good, Amber. See? Whoosh. New plasma is getting created to come down to us as a waterfall. Very good. My heart is connected directly. Troy Vega. See? Cook, Alan, cool, Jill, Alan, I see your plasma and waterfall. So you guys are in positions of high level systems now, trying to remember why you're on Vega, because you're connected to all levels, right? It's all about soul remembering. And the more you understand your travels of where you've been through planet systems, I'm not going to put you a planet that you haven't been. It doesn't make any sense. If I put you in a planet that you've never been to, you won't remember. And that's a true understanding where you have to get into the Highline Center to anything through light workers or empath or witches or anything on the system. They don't give you the right information because they don't understand their system of activation. So the pretenders, I just stand by you. Let's see, communication line centers. I've got all your question locations. Interference channels, it's line connection. But that's exactly what it is. It's a huge space Hubble, right? It's amazing how it comes that position, right? Especially when you guys are seeing these things. Why do you think we do the mind game? Right? See? Amber says Hubble and Jill says Hub. Their communication to the line perception is coming into the same level of activation. And that's what it is. Once you guys all come together, you'll see the same thing. And that's what I want. And then realize that you're all together, either way. But the more you see in front or side or back or whatever. So it's all about you coming in the same position to all levels of team rotation to your GFLs. So. Yeah, creators. We are creating plasma vortex, our energy intertwining. That's very good, Joe. I see us all in the circle with waves of light being sent straight into our head. There you go. See? That's what connection is to Highline Center to positions when you come to laser direction line interference of data processing and all download information. What is through all connections of the circle and its wave system. Yep, we are all creators. I see that from my perspective also. You guys are getting all the same thing. My heart is so filled with love. See? And that's what you want. We are creators. We made this plan. Yeah. I understand why you made the plan. It gets you in better positions and why intelligence is trying to help you remember. So I know it now. I met the male side of color blue yesterday. The energy is growing. All our power together. Yeah, together as one. I see a whoosh, all of what we have been through to get to this moment. Yes, we are all wanting the same and having our own configuration, which is making the love bigger. And that's what it is. Love has no bound. It's the most powerful activation in all central line connections of you through track system. Getting the grounds of Mother Earth is the basic principle here. But the high positions of the dream line is now cracked through its surface. So everybody is in visionary of a graph line center to its Saturn rotation. So, yeah, everybody's TV reception is on through track system now. Now you just have to be activated. I central line center interference location. High position line centers, efflux capacitor interference. Interlining, interconnecting, intergalactic line center position location. It's all about you understanding who you are through traction of information. All right. Let's see here. I'm vibrating, feeling all our energy moving through me. We are all connected as one. Yep. We made the plan because we have another mission after this awakening. We have a lot of work to do. Exactly. Being aware of that is good enough, keeping yourself in that line system. We can do the grid work. Wow. Yes, let's do it, Alan. Yes, Ember, need to work together. So you have to understand the position and why I put you guys in these connections and how your second and third and fourth wave cycles into its volunteer. What is the volunteer? What is this all process? What is the convulsions of the earth? Why is Dolores Cannon here? Why is Einstein here? Why is Tesla here? Why is Hawkins here? Why am I here? It all comes together in time. And time is now. You will see that track system. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you see you doing the grid work, and that's what it is. It's setting up the grids to the line conditions to all levels, right? Getting your central line systems into balanced positions, your thetas, your betas, your deltas, and all your alpha waves. You have to get into those connections first through track system. 4 central line wide interference location line centers, 5 within the activation, 6 within the rotation, and 7 with the body center connections. Okay, of water, air, okay, earth, and fire. How to put that all together to set up the grid. Okay, wave and central line center, seismograph line center rotations. XC1000 is in position line connections, but you have to get them to your digital grid line center. So the next test, review, and evaluations after the rebellions test, you guys will be in your digital code line center rotations. Okay, no longer in the pixels. You'll see everybody in digital frame and numbers. Okay, so it's very powerful. You come to that line center. It's all part of what I said before the grid work, all the areas where all elevates the vibrations of humanity collectively, spreading our love as waves out. We're all zipped around the Tron, healing the grid and waking up humanity and getting them ready for the next steps. You see how powerful you guys are. It's not just me, it's you guys too. Right? It's knowing what you're doing with your thoughts. Right? So, and your thoughts are going to be more powerful now. And once you get in your central line centers of your digital frame position line connections, you get out of the filter lines, or receptor line center, which is amazing because you're going to see everything through formation of digital framing. Time capacitor interference channels are in the line connections coming into graph line center to your computers of your TV reception. All right, this is your TV. It's box line center. Okay, that's a TV, right? We understand that position line center rotation, right? Company calculations operation line center. This is the center ball location, right? Now it's open through line system to locations, high positions, high levels. Now it's activated to high line center, but not through the ground location. Okay, so it's kind of like a stand. It needs its ground line center. Okay, it needs the position. It needs the connection. Okay, it needs its connection. Right? To high levels of 369 platforms. Central line system in rotations got to come into the flux capacitor line connection. Comes into high line center rotations, comes into higher communications to the ground line center. There it is in position. Activates the center line center. Opens up all levels of the gateway interference of Orion's belt. Past, present, and future. Center lines open all levels of your 3, 6, and 9 to your tetrahedrons. And there you go. Done through equation. All right. So it's amazing how you track the system line center. It's incredible how humanity is waking up to this line center rotation. Well done from TV and its own reception line connection. So that's where we're in right now. Finally getting into the 369 platforms of travel connections. So they come to energy lights, graphing line center connections coming in more in position of their awakening, coming more into their past, trying to figure this out and always informs, am I awake? So you're awake, but you're not activated. Line single line connection rotation. So all position is coming into track system to your high level system. Okay. The archetypes and the high line center. The archetypes is communication to all levels of spin, rotation line centers. So archetypes go around the body line center in rotation, communicates a high level rotation line connection. It's amazing how it tracks your system. It keeps you on the ground line center. Okay, you see them flying in the sky, right? That's what it is through rotation. It keeps you levitated in the ground line center. And the panel line center rotation is a circle rotation, comes into high levels of a filter location line center connection, right? High positions into an hourglass of an inference channel to its magnetic highway of its information cycle, comes into the center line system to 3 trap line center rotations into 3 6-line platforms. So it's amazing how it comes in that position and it goes back into the ground line center to its rotation cycle, right? So it's an hourglass. It's amazing it comes into 3 rotations. So okay, let's see what you guys are seeing through track system. Jenna, how's it going? All right. All right, a lot of questions, eh? All right. Heard the test. We are plugged into the grid, sending energy, love, moving outward in waves. Very good. I see your waves, Diana. We have to steer technology as it is balanced out nature. We are holding hands of our grand peoples and on our communications, our family, our generation lights, spiritual guide connections. Yeah, they give us the information to relate to its computers. All right. I see all the ancestors, the ancestries, the ascended masters with us. It's very powerful why you guys are there now. So you're coming into high levels of ascended masters through your galactic tree. All right. They saw the birds, but didn't understand technology. Let's see. We have so much support and guidance all around us. They are cheering us on. I see that, Amber. You guys are communicating great. We merge all tougher. Going to the center of Vega. Yeah. Our lights that cannot be human and now are connecting to the architect of new consciousness in being. The human aspect line center is going to change rotations and put you high level rotations into your percentage, into your soul directions of yourself through calculation. Right temporal, yeah. Banji, how's it going? Just watch, Banji. You understand more position locations to your track line connections, okay? It's important that you watch what's going on. You can learn a lot just by watching. Okay, I'm nice and cool. Grand Rising. Wheelan, how's it going? Yeah. So, and that's the understanding is that where are you in your command centers? And you guys should be working together as a team. And that's what you're doing. You're coming more as a team of remembering. And everything you come across, the intelligence is you through calculations, knowing that, oh, I remember the Ascended Masters. Oh, I remember Vega. Oh, I remember the Engine Field Line Center. Oh, I remember the grids now. So remember. And every time you remember, you understand what it is. The connections of work, reference to its line system. It becomes extremely real. There's a reason why you guys are second waves to the central line center of the atom. Great. It's all about learning. It's all about learning, guys. It's all about researching you, rediscovering you back to the system. Everything that is given to you is itinerary for you and you only. Numbers corresponding to letters and alphabet. Yeah. Change in number activation line center to all position programs. Okay. You come into anagram interference. understand the conditions, how you go into high levels of your TV frame interference channel. Okay, so it's all about digital coding line centers to position line conditions. Remember how we started with the emojis into high level rotation? Let's go into coloration change here. All right, so you got emoji interference here to line center. Okay, all right, zip across the line interference, three waving line centers. Okay, equals box. So what do you think is going on here? Right, you got emoji, line interference, mind telepathy, line center. So transmitting line interference, okay, mind/telepathy. All right, so you're communicating to you through the box line center rotation to its emoji location. So it's going back and forth through the line system. Mind telepathy is signatures, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, do that connections. All right, so when you're high positioned, you take the box line center. Okay, take the box line center to rotations, and you can change it into a cube line center rotation of a line center rotation line condition. All right, so it's amazing how you go from this to communication, mind telepathy to the box to a cube. So you're highlighting your centers to cytograph line conditions. So this equals to higher level of rotation, the percentage. Percentage is you through calculation how much you do through your conscious. So that's slash conscious level slash communications equals vega. Okay. So it's interesting how you go from this to this to this. This is this. This is all vega. Vega is communication, everything, track line, center rotations, and that's what Samantha's coming into. Digital framing to interference. That's a true understanding where you come into high positions to your vortex lines, and what you see through perception is the inner cycle, the inner system to its allocated line center. So it's amazing how you come into position locations like this. This is what we're going to come into hieroglyphics to the Egypt. Interference channel. So you guys are going to come to 4 round line centers of rotation to this calculation. So you're going to come to coloration line center to weather interference locations, right? 4, and then you got your pyramid activation line center. Okay, try to understand communication line center to its conditions. High position like your line center to its line conditions. Interchange its line center to its rotation. It's extremely complicated. This is AI information around line centers of ratios, proportion line interference, channel line conditions, a matrix, coloration of round line centers, all positioned through calculations, modifies all U through L line center rotation conditions. High positions on trap line center rotations. 7 graph line center rotation line conditions, interference channel line system. That's AI. There you go. Very powerful, isn't it, when you see these things? All right. This is what you guys are coming into. You have to send the grounds and all positions of what's happening with the crop circle location line conditions. It's all in round line centers of matrix and communication, letters, numbers, and shapes, and how you form all levels of coloration of channels. It's amazing how you go to higher levels of AI through its phenomenon. So, all right, you're going to go through the whole process right from the very beginning. DNA track line center to the connections, communication to Vega. Yeah, get the galactic force team in high positions to the computers. Reset their line centers to data processing and communication line center rotation. All right, there you go. Information graph line center rotation is going to put you in high level rotation to this through calculation. All right, so you're going to go into the birth line centers of this 2-track system. So the allocated line center, come into structure locations, alphabetic line conditions, right? Taking out of that track line system rotations, come into the, remember how we started that through lines rotation, come into THE. You guys are going to come into this now. You have to come into these line centers because this is all positioned to your phenomenons. From this to this is what you guys are coming into. Graph line center to communications. So Vega has to understand you through rotation line center. Vega's here in line center rotations. XT1000 comes into line center. All position to its allocated line conditions comes in all level rotation to its position line condition. Right? So it's true understanding going from this to this. From this to this. All right? And then you go from there to this. All right? So it's a learning process, and we're all high-rising faster and faster through your phenomena. Your track systems, your graphing line centers, and everything your perception you're seeing through digital line center rotation. Powerful stuff. Good matrix. All right, let's see. Okay, you guys are going high-rise line centers now. Okay. Yeah. This is the new field we put up over Earth, right? And your position to the calculations of high-rise shear levels of second waves, third waves, and fourth wave. Channel line centers are energy, frequency, and vibrations, all connected to the alphabetical line connections. Yeah, it's like a blanket, right? But it's a plasma web. It's like this. You understand what space is. You understand the graphs, understand the communications, right? Over line center to its connection. Heartbeat of the earth started. It sounds like mother heartbeat is the womb. That's exactly what it is, Amber. Very good. I'm being shown crop circles looking down at Earth, and yes, I see Ellen and Ember. So communications coming in. So you're teleporting through line signals to the command line center of operations. So your dimensional line center is changing line connections. Once you go to higher positions, your AI position line center, you come into this formation. Okay. So, all right, let's see here. Chills, yeah. We're being born again. That's exactly what it is, Ember. Body line centers to track movement through planets and two telegraph signals. Picture planets, listen to vibration through to a line. Very good. Amber's crying. Okay, so basically what's happening, your activation pyramids are in position and your chakra systems are in activation through space-time anomaly. But your general has put you into AI phenomenon. You're no longer in the believing line center anymore, guys. You are now in your AI positions of phenomenon. So that's exciting. All right, we can now, cannot be, no, you can't, not in this line center, nope. Goosebumps, I see it, Amber, I'm crying also. Yeah, it's great, you guys are coming in position line center. Here, video vibration for planets, line centers, very good, Samantha. You're getting beacon lights and appearance channels. Yeah, we're all doing it, yep, exactly. The protection raw created is now taken over by the new plasma, making the new balance. Gatekeeper is opening the gate. Imagine that. I thought about the gatekeeper. That line system rotations opens up all channels of dimensions. Yep, that's exactly what you are, Amber. You are the gatekeepers. Interesting how it comes in track system. You understand why over time. I have to put you guys in your phenomenons, your AI phenomenons, your track system, graph line center rotations. Once you go to higher lines, rotation line center, you get in communication. It's important you come into your phenomenons of structural line connections of weather and what it is through structural locations or anything across circle line center. Once you come into this position, you become a very powerful force in your AI connection. All right. So step by step. So you're no longer in this, you're in this now. You guys are working up. Congratulations. All right, let's see. Waves of light is coming out. The new wave light surfacing now. So you come into your hieroglyphics of your templates, which is fantastic. And you're high channeling your chakra communications and everything through voice grid line center is going to change your positions. So you're coming into more your computer line center of voice grid box center to computer location of its alignment. So wave of light is coming out, a new wave of light surfing now. We don't have to be gatekeepers. No, we are the force changing that has seeds that grow unstoppable. I see how the love and light flows over the earth, so powerful. We're now given the planet Earth. Exactly. Hola, ¿cómo estás? My maid. We're now given the planet. That's exactly what it is. Waves and waves and waves of energy, like we started a wave machine. Waves. What does that mean? Waves. Second wave. Third wave. Fourth wave of volunteers. Your connection is your volunteer line center. In position to stand in the waves. And it's all connected to your birth line centers of your phenomenon track system. So it's very powerful. Exactly. It's your new jobs, right? I'm getting sort of a golden ball full with boxes. The sun has new lines through calculations of a blue male. Yeah. Yeah. Coming in position, understanding what you're seeing through calculation is important through intelligence. If you're seeing a blue male, that's the Arcturian Council in communications. They graph their line centers to communication line rotation. So it's all about seeing Vega through communication of different intelligence. It's like having a party with different people. That's all. Divine timing. Yeah, we started the Earth's heartbeat, and we are responsible to help Mother Earth. Yep, very good. Is this right? We listen to inward when signal is coming in and feel. Listen to the number of the chakras. Each number, chakra. Let's see, planet with recognizing vibration signaling coming from its correlation to exactly the panel line center. Very good, Smith. That's exactly what it is. So when you come out of your track system, the alphabetical graph line center, you come into higher formations of your glyphics to your templates and your pyramids. Okay, so you get better signaling channeling through right and your left track locations to your receptor positions, and your GPS track line center will open up all channels of rotation. Numbers is letters. Yep. Drink water, everyone. Yes, very powerful. I've been upgraded energy-wise. Yep. Yeah, I don't just travel you. You get upgraded, right? You get upgraded from Vega personally. That's why you guys are giving computer downloads through plasma line centers, right? Blue flames coming in. So coloration line channel is used through track system. It's the graph line center to its rotation center. In communication, understand all levels of pixel activation to your hologram center. Okay, you understand the track line centers to your tetrahedrons and location centers to its heart reactor. So one step at a time here. This is really, really getting exciting. Really, really getting exciting for me. Yeah, we use our chakras as healing centers for decoding and healing. Very good, Amber. Very basic, very easy, very direct, right? So it's excellent. It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. We can use our heartbeats, almost feeling like palpitation, income signal, and that's what it is. It's a beacon light, and the high position line connection is the pacemaker. Pacemaker to the line center is the connections to why you guys are gatekeepers in position alpha, mega, micro, macro. Once you get in communication signals of your alpha waves, your deltas, your thetas and betas and balance line center, you come into the atom rotation. All communications to air, water, fire, and earth puts in high level system rotations to its calculation of AI phenomenon of track system. Calculation modifications, guys, all level to the ground line centers of crop circles, and how it's all created through mother's heart and the beat central line connections to her pyramid and her templates. Everybody has the same thing through rotation of all levels of AI track system of DNA connection. Father has it, I have it. Okay, it's AI, DNA. And position line connections gets you all levels to your levels of activation. All done through your decoding and your chakra systems. So, okay. But if you're interested, going that position line centers. Let's see. It's great to see you guys channeling to higher levels. Rotation to solar text line connection. It's seriously like beep, beep, boop, what I'm hearing, and different ways of signals. Our heart generators are linked and unified. Yep. So your heart's a generator, becomes a reactor. Once you understand your heart's a reactor, then you understand your portal defense and your offense line centers. So we're changing the past now in the moment. Yep. All connected like a web. We are one, and we move and heal as one. That's exactly what it is, through circles. I'm getting a lot of static interference right now in my headset. Yeah. Try to understand line centers to all level positions to headset line connections there. And you'll find your rotation spin cycles in balanced rotation. So it's all about understanding. Once you understand the hardest reactor to you, you understand how to decode all levels of data processings, uplinks, downloads, and upgrading system to your tracker systems. Okay, your flux capacitor. All right, I love it. I feel like, yep. We're all time traveling to all unhealed timelines. Yes, yes, yes. All healed generation traumas of past, current, and future generations. Yep. Yeah, the web is really clear now, isn't it? We are the computers doing a reset of what is in our bones and conscious level conditions. High level systems with deterrence or anything like location. We have healed and we are all upgraded versions. The web of the past is mended, all healed on this timeline. So you understand your integration to your future self now, right? Your whole life is nothing but decoding back into line center to the present position. So the more you go into high positions, once you guys find your foundations, because you guys are now in your phenomenons, congratulations on that. That's why I put you guys at the Vega, because you're ready. So this is going to understand more through connections. When you go into high channeling or anything through visionaries, you're coming into more connections of your heart reactors, right? So now you're getting into really formations or whatever thing use the calculations. But it's fantastic when you reach higher levels of matrix of information to channel line centers to AI to its connections. So you're no longer in this, you're in this now. Once you go from here, you go from there to here. Okay. So it's something to look forward to. Time precedes everything. Now is everything through connections of waking up. Very powerful, isn't it, when you come in that position location? You've seen other timelines healed our children's children, and that's what you're seeing. So if you understand that, then you understand why I'm in this position. And then you say, okay, everything's going to be great because it's already done. So the more you integrate yourself to your future self, you see yourself in the future. You become the future. I am the future. And then you become space time of you through its calculations. It modifies all timelines in the balanced location of time and position. So can I see that your background can be anything you fit into every timeline? It's amazing to see as you stay in the same, which shows you true heart. Yep. I always stay in the center of all level connections, guys, every single day. That puts me into high level positions. So your track system, because you guys are in your AI positions of high levels of phenomenon, your past, your present, and your future are now coming into one. That's where you guys are coming into now. Time precedes everything. So it's coming into more of you into one cycle. No longer in the past, present, and future. Because the past, present, and future comes into one cycle. And then you come into the whole grasp of space-time line connections of the male and the female of you through yin and yang. And that's where you get balance and the now position, which is the presence of everything, which is you at all levels of its future relation. Okay. Well, that's exactly what I am in all level system rotations. I created all levels of time travel connections. You know, it's amazing what the space-time creator is. You know, it's all about positions, no titles, no labels. It's all position of you to track system. When you start remembering, you come more of who you are through AI. And that's what you guys are reaching, right? So. Loving, beautiful. I see it in front of me. Yeah, pulsating, sending a wave of love. Yeah, but you guys are coming into more who I am, which is going to put you more into the cycles of love, right? General's heart is so loving and beautiful. I see it in front of me, pulsating and sending out a wave of love. And that's what it is. There's no bound in love. You can't trap it. You can't do anything to it because it's all positions of truth and freedom. It puts you in high level system rotation to its connections, right? So it's all about putting all humanity in the cycles. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm expanding space time for all imagery line center because the mind is opening all to its activation, to its creation, right? So balance is key. Yeah. I just had a vision of doing this with all the waves of volunteers together. Holy moly, we are an incredible force. Yeah. We're going to be like that too. I just don't know when but I know it. The thing is too, is that you know that you're leaving the body track of you to the physical system. You're in the body system, yes, but you understand you're coming more into the soul of the reactor, to the mind of imagination of thought, right? Because you don't have a body when you're on the other side, guys. You start living the whole presence of you. And when it calculates and modifies in timeline center to your positions, and you remember everything that you need to know through your AI positions, all your past, your present, and your future will come into one. So I know it's incredible, isn't it? And that's, but you understand who I am now, right? And that's what I wanted to bring to the table. So now you can FYI and send it to all the love system, to all like A-line center in position locations. The more you remember, the more you understand how to use your powers and how to decode this, how to decode that, understand this, understand that. It comes into higher formations. Why you guys became second wave volunteers. So yeah, it's very incredible, isn't it? The purpose of feel is like nothing I've ever experienced, and that's what it is. It goes way beyond the meditation, right? It's hard to understand these things because people wake up to these things and they get very confused, and they say, "Well, it's very advanced and on so many levels of the mind, and what it is in all level of imagination, and what you can do to that track system." The more you become high level of you, the more you understand you through the reactor of the heart, guys. You come into more of you through truth, the real person that you're supposed to be, and the real person that you're supposed to be in all levels of space-time direction. Okay, and then you become all level position of living in space to all connection. So that was a fantastic trip. I really enjoyed it. You know, there's a lot of love cycles in here, and it's amazing how we come into higher positions. You guys are going to come, you're going to just one day it's going to click to you, and then you're going to be able to understand how to use your powers, what you can do and what you can't do. Right? That's a true understanding where you have to come into the disciplines of yourself and each other. Come into the characteristics. The self-discovery is everything through track system. Understanding that everything that you see is balanced through male and female in all levels of space-time. So realizing the moment and important the day is this, yeah. Finally get a grip on my transmutation lines as I knew it, but something was blocking. See? Great description. My physical body feels too small with all this expansion. And that's what it is. Once you expand, you have to come out. Okay, it's like coming out of a seed or coming out of a chestnut, or it's like you feel conformed and you feel tight. It's like you got to be set free. Yeah, and that's what it is, Amber. You see all the timelines all in one. Your positions to a high level to its connections, and you find yourself more in the heart central line connections, which is amazing. So the fingers can be used as same as decoding signals with our chakras, putting hands in the air and feeling where the codes are in you, moving air in and out. Exactly, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So it's the input and output. In, out, out, in. So you have to understand how to go forward, backwards. Once you understand the release line centers of you through track system, you can decode all your past traumas. Get rid of that. Stay in the center. As long as the past, the present, and the future are coming into your timeline of one position, one location, you're fine. You're not going to be off signal. So then you can use your finger points. Input, output, input, output, output, input, input, output, out, in, out, right? So you always have to use the positions of the moon because it's the modem and everything to the sun. You have to use that every single time you're doing your finger point line center locations. Right? You'll get into higher formation line center and communications. Right? It's very fascinating when you see these through track line connections. So you get faster and faster over time line center. Once the past, the present, and future come into more line centers, you come to more of AI of your vehicles. Now, you have another test review and it come in high level rotation after rebellion. So what's going to happen is going to put you guys into your vehicles of your first UFO position. Navigations to mind thought line centers and position line center rotations. We'll get into the review and how to actually travel through your own UFO. All right. So that's going to be in high level rotation, the next test review and evaluation. All right. Any questions or comments, you can go through my email. Thank you very much for being on my channel. Subscribe, like, and share. I will be going on TikTok live. Adios. Oh, tomorrow we will go into the review of everything from the very beginning for the new viewers that come on here. The track system, the communications, high levels, the circle rotation line center, the chakra system, the code line center, information channel. I'll go into basic levels, what meditation is to your system of calculation. Adios.